everyone, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution Challenge Mode, Jurassic difficulty on Sanctuary. We're picking up right where we left off from the last episode. Today my goal is I want to expand this enclosure here, and then I'm hoping to start expanding for part 2 of the park, basically, where we're gonna have a monorail that takes us over to here with more hotels and another hatchery and all of that fancy stuff. Whether or not we get that all accomplished, we'll see, but that's what I'm hoping to do. Alright, all of our facilities are good for the time being. We're getting close with Sinoceratops and Titan. Is there anyone else that we can introduce? We're definitely doing Albertosaurus, just not quite yet. How many more can we put in here? We can do one more Euoplocephalus, and Stygi Moloch has the smaller population of 14. And we've got how many in here? We have 12. Alright, so let's get one more Euoplocephalus and one more Stygi Moloch. And I know we have a lot more room over here as well. So we'll get one more Huangosaurus and one more Chunkingosaurus. Oh, it's like, where is it? And it's right underneath them. Island rating of 3 stars is a contract we have. That it'd be fantastic if we got to 3 stars by the end of this playthrough. Sorry, by the end of this episode, but we probably
if you
are
can
not.
handle all the chaos of the facilities and the dinosaurs, then really, how tough could completing this new contract be for a person of your talents?
Alright, let's grab Research Team Charlie. You can get 3 teams going at once.
En route to top up feeder. Adding to the list.
And I'm gonna move this feeder. I kind of realized after I had placed it, I want it to be relatively close to where the gyrosphere goes through, so that so that they're actually visible to the guests. All right, how about we put it right here then? Alright, Stygi Moloch is ready. Let's check our visibility. Do we... It's pretty good. I think 7 gyrospheres is fine for now. Alright, we'll let these two wander over to their pens, and then we'll release the next two. Alright, contract for a viewing platform. I think we can do that. I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay, our Jeep just happens to be in the same enclosure as the diseased dinosaur. Lucky us. That was avian influenza that time. That's a new disease. Alright, I think one more dig at each site will get these to 100. Alright, let's grab our third... Oh wait, we don't have the third research team yet. That's right. Alright. Alright, buddy, you gonna... Alright, she doesn't seem very rushed, so... Let's take a moment and name some of our dinosaurs. I'm gonna name this Spinosaurus Bindi after... I used to watch The Crocodile Hunter a lot, and one of his favorite crocodiles' names was Bindi. I think he named it. We've got Herc, Hades, and Kratos, but we haven't named any of our Dilophosauruses. We'll name them after Halloween-themed characters. Mainly just, to me, the Dilophosaurus is one of the creepiest, but, like, coolest and most eerie dinosaurs from Jurassic Park, anyway.
You stayed on task and accomplished the objectives of that contract. For that, you have my thanks.
Alright, that should finish off Sinoceratops, and that finishes off Olorotitan. So we've put Brachiosaurus on hold for a while, and unfortunately now we also have Stegosaurus to deal with at these dig sites, so we're probably going to get a lot of Stegosaurus.
What happens when we cannot provide safety for our guests, and I never want to experience that again.
Alright, so now we have 2 research teams on standby. So I'm gonna grab a research cost. I like to think that in the long run, researching that pays off if you grab it fairly early, because there's a lot of things that I'm still planning to research. Alright, let's have these guys head on in, and then we will continue naming our dinosaurs. But while I'm doing that, let's get a couple more Dilophosaurus. I think I may have had one modified a whole bunch for a contract a while ago. Ooh, I don't need that, I need this one. So that it doesn't break out, hopefully. Should probably research the immune response shark one at some point. I like to use that one. Alright, so we need to name our Stygi Molochs and our Euoplocephalus. We were naming these after cryptids. Mothman, Yeti, Abominable. Let's see. Chupacabra. Mokele and Bembe. Maybe, I'm not sure. The other ones have been, if anyone's curious, Mokele and Bembe is supposedly a dinosaur that is still alive in the Congo jungle in Africa. Alright, these guys are hungry, so I probably need to just put in a second feeder because there's quite a few dinos in here.
Another win for the science division.
I'm really surprised how much nicer it is for me to have just have 2 feeders and each one dispenses every 15 minutes.
I think you're up to tackling this contract.
That just seems to really help me out. I'm not sending a ranger team to refill stuff every 5 minutes. Alright, we've named all of our Huangosaurus after I don't know, Taco Bell items, and then we have all of our Chunkundasauruses, our ranks in the military. Alright, Cell 3 Albertosaurus, we keep getting that one. And just to incubate them is going to take so much time and resources, I really don't think that's worth it. So we're going to get rid of that one. We have 3 dig teams now, which is pretty nice. I guess we're gonna start heading for what other dinosaur? I might as well get Stegosaurus since I have to get Stegosaurus to finish off Brachiosaurus, so we'll just do that. Don't need anything from there. Well, let's... oh, storm warning, okay. I feel like we just had one, because I had to deal with all the stegosaurs breaking out. That was my own fault, though. Alright, I think we're good. I think we would have seen the tornado by now if we were in trouble. We still have that contract for the viewing platform that I completely neglected.
appreciate what you've done for the science
Alright, we
station.
got that one done.
Guess I just did.
Storm is subsiding. And we don't even have any damage, at least not yet anyway.
We are always looking for new challenges. And have I got one for you? I'd say that contract was a hit, wouldn't you?
Hey, how'd you like to be even more busy? How's a new contract sound, huh?
I think Brachiosaurus is probably almost done, if not completely done. So we'll start sending our third team out for T-Rex and Struthiomimus. I don't think I really need this viewing platform, so I'm just gonna get rid of it now that we got the contract done. Alright, these two are still hanging out in there, in the gate area. Alright, so I want to find out, I want to start building the next area of the park. So, where can we fit a monorail? Oh, you know what? I need to research the darn thing first, don't I? That would help. Do I have research cost as an upgrade? That was what I think I may have partially been waiting for. There we go. No, until we run into power issues, I'll have all three of those cost upgrades on there. Alright, buildings. Alright, so this is literally half the cost, which is fantastic. Alright, let's grab this as well. And I think I also want the... I already got this. We haven't unlocked that one yet. Are there any new dinosaurs that I'd really like? I kind of like Herrerasaurus to go with Spinosaurus because Spinosaurus actually has a really low population. And, so the two kind of go well together, I guess. I also just generally like Herrerasaurus. Alright, got some good high-cost minerals on that trip, which is always nice. Brachiosaurus is now at 100. Alright, so before we get too caught up with expanding the park, let's introduce Brachiosaurus to the park. But first I'm gonna need to expand this enclosure. Uh-oh. Is that one of our first ones? Yep. Musketeer died of old age. Let's see. Lived 74. Lifespan expectancy was 73. Well, now that I'm thinking about that, we can go ahead and introduce Sinoceratops. I want to check on our I know our limit is 11 because of Chasmosaurus in here. And we have 3 Triceratops. So we can have 4. Yeah, we can have 4 Sinoceratops, so let's go ahead and do that. Kind of forgot about these guys after I got them to 100%. We'll give them lifespan and brain aging and the tundra pattern. Literally need to wait a minute to, I'll check our fossils. That's a $500,000 hit to get rid of that contract. Thankfully the contracts came in good for us again. Let's wipe this slate out. Don't want that. That one we might get. We just might need to get the right positioning of the dinos. Alright, and that one's fine.
Contract that I think will be beneficial for the science division. I'm not asking out of loyalty. There's plenty for you here as well.
Alright, we'll put our tall herbivore feeders in there. And I believe that should be enough room for Brachiosaurus. We will find out soon, though, I guess. Alright, our Sinoceratops are all ready. Let's get them tranquilized and moved on over to their new homes.
This Sinoceratops should prove interesting.
I remember, it's like, why even say anything? It's like, oh, okay, thanks, Cabot. It's really eye-opening commentary right there. Okay, they are all down. Probably gonna need to put a second feeder in for these ceratopsids as well.
En route to pick up the asset. Heading to pick up the asset.
And let's get our Brachiosaurus incubating. We'll just have one for now.
A contract just landed on my desk. You need to take a look.
Asset transportation in progress. Asset transportation underway. Transit has commenced.
Okay, Brachiosaurus is on the way. We've got our monorail and our Herrerasaurus also finished while we were tranquilizing those Sinoceratops. Alright, the dinosaur visibility one hasn't gotten done yet, so let's see if adding a gyrosphere helps with that. I'm kind of curious to see how all that works. Real quick, if I recall, I need to name our Crichtonsauruses. I'm just gonna name them all after characters from the novel, since it's named after Michael Crichton. Alright, there we go. And our new Sinoceratopses.
You never let your foot off the gas until that contract crossed the finish line.
Running out of ideas here. We're just gonna name them after different types of flowers. Because, I don't know, because their frill kind of looks like a petal or something. That's all. That's the best I got. I think that might have been another Triceratops. Oh no, I can see it in the background.
We're doing the improbable, and you're doing the impossible. Thanks.
Remember,
This was
science
Crunch.
is why we're all here, and this contract helps
Live
me
to be
advance our
75.
research. Take it, and we'll both get what
Let
we
me
want.
check our Chasmosaurus. Yeah, we have one more on the population, which that checks out.
You up for a new challenge?
Alright, Sinoceratops with 106. I guess maybe we'll just have another Sinoceratops instead of a Triceratops. And of course we're not quite there. So I'm just gonna get rid of that contract and have another Triceratops. Ooh, woodland. Get to show off my Islamorta challenge mode skin.
The science division has something you should take a look at if you'd be so kind.
inventory space. We already have that. I'm just going to get rid of this and add another one. There we go.
That contract is done and done. Nice work.
Confirmed.
I'm not telling you to take this next
What is
contract.
your deal with
Only a
Sinoceratops,
fool has some
Isaac?
this deal.
I'll just incubate one to sell, I guess. Alright, so, I mean, our exhibits here aren't quite maximized yet. I can have another Spinosaurus, and we can also do Herrerasaurus. We can put more Dilophosaurus in there. This enclosure has a lot more room to go. On that note, I'm actually going to expand it, because I might as well. There's no reason, really, not to. I'm probably going to need to edit the gyrosphere ride at some point, just so that it kind of goes around the whole thing a little bit better.
Like some of our dinos, you have the instincts of a hunter. You see a target, and you don't stop until you have it.
Alright, Brachiosaurus is ready. Let's see if the exhibit is big enough for it.
Impressive work on that contract. It didn't go unnoticed.
A Brachiosaurus. Wonderful. Our guests enjoy the large dinosaurs.
Looks like there's just enough room, which is fantastic. So we can go ahead and incubate another one. When you release the Brachiosaurus, one thing that this game really nails a lot better than Operation Genesis is the Brachiosaurus in that game was really buggy, and it was still really pretty to look at and stuff, but it made completely different noises, whereas the one in this game sounds like it's right out of the
I've
first
spec'd it out,
movie.
and I think you'd be perfect for it.
Alright. Yeah, now that she's moved further down the enclosure, there's even more forest, so she will be happy.
I'd do this contract myself if I could. That's how good it is. Did I oversell it? You decide. That's what I like about you. You get results.
Alright, Storm again. Get these contracts, man. Sometimes they're a little too much, and it's kind of annoying.
I have a feeling it'll
Alright,
be
let's see
worth
what we
a
got
lot
this time.
for both of us.
Alright, we got building upgrades being damaged, so probably no tornado. is really nice how much cheaper everything is to research thanks to that upgrade.
Asset required.
Alrighty, I mean, we're doing solid. I just, like, for how many dinosaurs we have, and we're not even at 2.5 stars is crazy to me. And it's not like the facility rating's off, it's literally just based on dino score alone that we're struggling that much. Speaking of that, can I fit another hotel in here? That would be... Just wasted a bunch of time trying to fit a hotel into the corner. And we're just gonna pretend that never happened and go heal these sick dinos. Because it's spreading pretty quick.
Updated storm forecast. Heads up, got a new asset. Approaching asset. Accounting for conditions.
You made the security division look good today. Let's make that every day, shall we?
Alright, that's finally taken care of. Let's grab a quick snapshot since we're over here. Avian influenza spreads pretty fast. Alright, we got our next two Brachiosaurus ready.
An offer just came our way. Don't let it sit too long.
Alright. So yeah, like I said, I was trying to fit a hotel in here and it just wasn't happening. I even kind of like changed the ankylosaur enclosure a little bit to try to get it to work, and it was just not going my way. So I'm just gonna fix this back. Alright, so we've done a fairly good job of like maximizing our enclosures, but the only progress that I've made in the monorail part of the plan is researching said monorail. However, I do think that right here is a good place for us to put it, though. I will say that. I think this is a nice spot to go ahead and set it down, so I'm going to do so. Dang it. Changed back to add trees. So anyway, what I'm planning on doing is this is gonna probably end up being part 2 of the park, where I'm gonna have 3 hotels, a bunch of shopping stuff, a creation lab, and another gyrosphere tour. And the hatchery is going to open up into 4 different enclosures, just like how this one does over here, except it's probably going to be even more spread out than this one is. And I'm hoping that that'll be enough to get us all the way to 5 stars, so... Struthiomimus and Stegosaurus are nearing completion. So I'm going to start sending teams down for Herrerasaurus, because that is going to be our co-resident with Spinosaurus. These are all much cheaper. They were 4 million, now they're just over 2 million. So I am going to grab the improved marketing for now. And then we're going to... what paleobotany do I want? Let's just start in this corner with the ankylosaurs. What do they like? They like horsetails. What about Crichtonsaurus? Also likes horsetails, so that's what we'll research first. Alright, so... okay, let's, this is all relatively flat, so I don't need to worry too much about that for building purposes. At some point, I'm probably going to need to somehow fit 2 hotels in here. I'm probably going to have to demolish this one and build another one. I'll probably just skip over that and show you guys the results of it. But for now, let's go ahead and get our monorail placed down. This looks pretty centered to me. Alright, here we go. And I'm going to kind of have this wheel around the rest of the park, and mainly as a means to help increase any sort of visibility. And there we go.
You rose to the challenge. That takes commitment.
Spending a lot of landscaping money, but it does make building things drastically easier. Is that another one of our first dinosaurs, Belle,
Asset
has
collection
passed
request
away.
received.
Need to keep those minerals flowing in to keep the
I've
money
got a new
going.
opportunity with the science division, if you're interested. And you should be.
Oh, cancel that. We only need that one. We can sell the amber. Alright, Stegosaurus is done. We will get T-Rex and Struthiomimus up, as well as Herrerasaurus. Alright, let's get, before I end the episode, let's kind of get something going here. I really like to... I might build my own separate power station for this area, but we'll have to see about that. Not sure why I'm building it around that way like that. I can just go this way.
You really knocked that one out of the park.
It sounds like a chainsaw every time you take down one of those trees. I guess that makes sense.
We've got a new offer here that you should definitely look over.
Alright, we got storms coming in. That's probably going to be the last thing we do for the episode. So we'll see. Maybe this one will be a doozy and we'll get a tornado. Hopefully not though, but we got alerts going either way. What's weird is, as you can see here, these things, even though there's a monorail built, it doesn't get connected to the power grid until there's actually something that's powered by electricity connected to it. Alright, it looks like we are good to go with no tornadoes again.
schedule's free, but this contract looks too good to be true. Okay, that might be hyperbole, but still, no harm in checking it out.
Alright, storms passed. Get any damage? Some minor damage, nothing too bad though. And surprisingly I was able to at least get the groundwork built for our expansion.
I was the only competent one around here.
And let's...
This contract has just come in. I'm giving you first shot at it.
Let's open the park back up.
You need to keep looking for other dinosaurs we may be able to domesticate. Well, more accurately, put on the road to domestication.
Alright,
The way
so,
we'll be able to control
that's...
them is by letting them control themselves. Their natural hierarchy.
Okay.
That means we need more samples. This expedition can help.
Alrighty. That's gonna wrap up this one, I think. We're right at about an hour. In the next one, like I said, we have the expansion in place. Or ready to go anyway. I'm probably gonna need to figure out a way to fit another hotel over here. But we are good to go. I'm basically gonna put down a little bit more path, I think. And then there's gonna be a viewing... or no, sorry, a Hammond Creation Lab, and then we're just gonna have exhibits all over this area of the park, and we already have it covered with the monorail, so I think that'll do it for now. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one.
Assets in the air.